3, Gamblin' Terry B, a change of rider. Maker jockey Jose Rodriguez. Jose Rodriguez to ride number 3, Gamblin' Terry B. Number 5, Silent Beauty, will race with the blinkers on. Blinkers on number 5. Number 6, Go Prancelot, has been scratched. Scratch number 6, Go Prancelot. In the 7th race today, a distance of 6 1/2 furlongs. There are no changes in the 7th. And in the 8th and final race today, a distance of 6 furlongs. Number 2, Valid Gold, a change of rider. Maker jockey Jose Rodriguez. Jose Rodriguez to ride number 2, Valid Gold. Number 3, Big Brother Ron, will carry 2 pounds over. 2 over for number 3. Number 4, Calico Tiger, has been scratched. Scratch number 4, Calico Tiger. Those are the changes, corrections, and scratches for today's racing program. Post time for the opener coming up in just about an hour. Coming up next, it's Handicapper's Corner.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Time for Handicapper's Corner en Premio Esmeralda Sabado. Yeah, Fiesta Premio Esmeralda this weekend, today and tomorrow at Emerald Downs. In fact, we're going to have some dancing horses on the track in not too many minutes. It is a spectacular show as we recognize the contributions, many contributions of the Hispanic community here at Emerald Downs. Food trucks out in the park, a bunch of that. We're going to have some dancers as well and Spanish music. So, Tom, looking forward to another Premio Esmeralda weekend.
That's right, Joe. It's going to be a fantastic festive day. We got like you mentioned, we've got the dancers coming up later and all the food vendors here. It's just a wonderful atmosphere, and we've also got the first horse show coming up pretty quick.
That's right. Coming up soon, and our first thoroughbred race will be about 2:15, just a little later than normal, as we'll enjoy the dancing horses coming up. Premio Esmeralda here at Emerald Downs. Started back in 2007 and has been a really fun weekend every summer with great interest and entertainment here at the track. As usual, a weekend at Emerald Downs, things happening. And we've got 8 races today, 11 tomorrow, including 3 quarter horse races.
3 quarter horse races, trial races right at the end of the program. So we've got, of course, those quarter horse stakes races coming up in a couple of weeks, and it's always a fun change of pace, if you will, Joe. It's all about speed in the drag race of horse racing.
Yeah. And Sunday will mark just 3 weeks from Championship Sunday, the Long Acres Mile here at Emerald Downs as the 2026 summer moves along. So, Premio Esmeralda is just a lot of entertainment, and we've seen the dancing horses on the track in the past, and not too far from that experience again this year. Let's get to handicapping, Tom.
All right.
Okay, first race is at a mile for maidens, 3 and 4-year-old fillies. So fillies going a mile, looking for a first career victory. How'd you see the first today?
I went to the inside with Limo to Vegas, benefit of that inside post going around 2 turns today. Kind of a now or never spot for her, I think. She's been in against tougher maiden special weight rivals. First time for a tag, though, here today. So I think this is a great opportunity for her. They do put the blinkers on, and Isaias Enriquez will do the guiding. So I have Limo to Vegas on top, Joe.
Yep, that's a significant class drop, all right. The maiden special weight to maiden claiming. A Sweet Shop, a pretty good third at a mile last time out. So I think she probably deserves favoritism. Kevin Orozco today for trainer Kay Cooper. Let's go on to the second race and older horses in the El Rey 1360 AM purse, 6.5 furlong sprint. Tom.
You know, Gentlemen's Club had a nice win in the last, well rested for the returnees. Only had 1 start per month. He's on a 1 start per month regiment, which works really well for a lot of horses. So he also drops a bit here. I'm going to go on number 5 here, Gentlemen's Club, 5, 2, and 3 for me.
Okay. Gentlemen's Club 3-1 morning line. Adrian Castellanos aboard. Boy, what a season he's having. Over 25% wins, and another triple last night.
Alex Cruz had a good night last night. The jockey standings are really getting tight.
Yeah, Alex Cruz with the triple as well. Okay, well, I did go with the 2-5-20 Sunset in here. He can run a mile. He was third last time out at a mile, but boy, his last couple sprint races have been strong, including a win at this current meeting in a sprint. So the route to sprint for Joe Toy, Silvio Amador up on 5-20 Sunset. The third race is for fillies and mares, a starter allowance condition. A strong field in here, 5.5 furlong short sprint. Tom, it's also the start of the Jackpot Pick 6, which keeps growing. It's up to over $23,000 now on the Jackpot Pick 6.
Yeah.
Which I thought had a shot to get hit last night, and there were 3 horses that just had the 1 ticket to them in the last race, but none of those 3 won. So we've got 23,000 in the carryover pool.
Well, and it stands to grow quite a bit more today. I think the interest really starting to peak up pretty good on that. This race, I went to number 5, Eyelight. I think that last race can be excused.
Oh, yeah.
Just hopped at the start, lost all chances with that terrible situation there at the break. But I think with a clean start, clean trip, she should be very tough here. I go Eyelight on top.
Okay. And, yeah, I put her in there. But Clubhouse Drama, top pick for me. She had that great Emerald Downs winning streak between the end of last year and the start of this year. And her most recent race down at Grants Pass was a really good effort. Can't deal with it, of course. Amazingly, looking for her 5th win at the meeting.
Yeah, she's done everything pretty much asked of her, so she's going to be a top rival there.
Had that amazing win on July 10th, a couple of Fridays ago. Okay, 5 and 6 for us there in the third, the start of the Jackpot Pick 6. The fourth race is at a mile for 4-year-olds and upward. And, of course, the start of the Pick 5 on Saturday. Tom?
Pretty testy group here, Joe, for the 1 mile run. I went to the 2 Upstart Yankee. Upstart Yankee arriving from Santa Anita, Los Alamitos, Del Mar, races down south, checks in for the lowest tag so far here at Emerald and Upstart Yankee. This is the first outing for this one here. I'll put that one on top. I went 2, 5, and 6 in this one.
2, 5, 6. Okay, I did put 5 on top. Tex Hanley, who just about took a route race a couple of races back. Robbie Gilker has Silvio Amador today. And going back to 2 turns, Tex Hanley, that one recent route and the drop in class should make him a strong contender in there. The 5th race is a maiden special weight for fillies and mares, and half the field, 3 of the 6 are first-time starters.
Yeah, lightly tested group here. How about Kiss Don't Tell up from Santa Anita after facing $50,000 maiden claiming company at first asking. I think this could be a much better spot right here. I went 6, 4, and 5 in this one.
Yeah, she had the number 1 post in that only career start a month and a half ago. And boy, yeah, she could just do so much better today with just an even break and a good draw. You know, Pearl Essence is the younger sister of Lonesome Boy, our horse of the year a couple years ago, and leading earner. And the sire, of course, Conveyance. Boy, he is having a great season here at Emerald Downs. Now, Conveyance did pass away a couple years ago. Debbie and Rick Pabst at the Blue Ribbon Farm in Buckley have alternation and straight fire there, and they're going strong. But Conveyance is going strong this year with the progeny that he sired a couple years ago. So I'm going to take Pearl Essence, the younger sister of Lonesome Boy, for Alexis Silva Martinez. 6th race, the Puget Sound Energy and Seattle Sounders Purse. It's a 6 furlong sprint for fillies and mares, and it's a non-winners of 2. We got to take out the 6 in there.
Yeah, scratch the 6. Go Prancelots out of it.
Okay, who do you like?
Well, I went to Hot Rod Christine, the 4-horse here, Joe. Had a good maiden win at Santa Anita for maiden $20,000 going a mile. First out here, lowest price tag. Tim McKenna trainee, lots to like about this one. So I've got Hot Rod Christine here, number 4.
Okay, and I took the 5 Silent Beauty for Larry Ramnerine. Second start off the layoff from last September. Excellent tactical speed, and is she dropping? Yeah, she's dropping in class as well, and the blinkers on. So I see she's morning line favored. 5 for me and 4 for Tom in the 6th. Tom, the 7th race is the Muckleshoot Casino Resort Purse. It's a 6.5 furlong sprint. How did you sort this one out?
You know, this was a tough one, and there's a lot of talent in here for sure, Joe. Yeti Loot is the one I gave the nod to. This one, top effort last time out, gets a little extra real estate here. Now, having said that, Stratojet stretches out a bit after a nice win in the last. And then you've got Impossible here, too, who runs from the rail. I think the race comes through these 3. I went 3, 2, and 1, but a lot of talent in there. Charlie Neal won at 34 to 1. I'm not going to forget that anytime soon.
No.
And Verdi is another horse. DeSmoke with a world of speed. So this is just a really tough group.
It is. It's a real strong field. Blackberry Jam won a stake here last year. Verdi, the 6 horse, gets a pretty good pace scenario, I'm thinking. Stratojet is fast. Yeti Loot is quick. So is DeSmoke. Blackberry Jam on his best day. Nightline. Charlie Neal showed good speed. Verdi, it took him a while to break his maiden, but now he's won, 2 of his last 4.
Well,
so
he's learned how to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take Verdi in the 7th. 8th race is a maiden race for fillies and mares, 6 furlongs. 1 first-time starter. In fact, I think she is out. Yeah, Calico Tiger is out, so no first-time starters in the race. 7 to choose from, Tom.
How about Shady Creek here? Very impressive finish at first asking. Gets a little extra distance for a plus in this one. I backed that one up with number 3, Big Brother Ron, who was gaining late in the last one at 5.5 furlongs, and 6 furlongs might fit a lot better for that one as well. 5, 3, and 7 to round out my picks there in the 8th.
Okay. And yeah, I was impressed by Shady Creek as well. She came roaring home in her career debut and showed some foot speed. Castellanos is up for Tom Wenzel. That's been a really strong combination here this year. So we're on Shady Creek in the 8th, and it's Premio Esmeralda Saturday, Sabado, and it's a lot going on. In fact, entertainment coming up on the track before race number 1 at Emerald Downs. I'll get my schedule straight in my head soon, but I'm ready, and I think many of you are as well. And Tom will be calling the action, so have a great Saturday.
we have the drone flying around, like whoa, with the wind. Bien, bien. Si quieres déjalo ahí por un rato.
Oh, sí.
Para no lo dejes cargando.
Y el fuerte aplauso para Mariachi Guadalajara. Bienvenidos, damas y caballeros, toda la familia, a esta fiesta Premio Esmeralda 2026. Gracias por estar con nosotros. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome family to Fiesta Premio Esmeralda 2026. Gracias por estar con nosotros. Y el show ecuestre mexicano de los charros de Washington y sus caballos bailadores. Este grupo de charros encabezado por Martín Morales, que se presentan con sus maravillosos caballos bailadores del Rancho Alegre de Don Ramón Mejía. Un grupo de charros que se ha ganado año con año el aprecio del público por sus shows de caballos bailadores. Participan en diversos eventos como la Feria de Primavera de Puyallup, así como también en desfiles en Seattle y sus alrededores. Un show donde se muestra todo lo que se puede hacer, lograr con mucho cariño y trabajo con estos nobles e inteligentes animales. Estos caballos se educan para el baile siguiendo las reglas de la alta escuela. Son acompañados esta tarde por el Mariachi Guadalajara.
Sí, señor.
Y también vamos a tener a bailadores de bronce en un momento. Vámonos, Juanito, con más música. Thanks for being here a Fiesta Premio Esmeralda 2026. Mariachi Guadalajara. te dejes soya, golpele bonito. Hoy en esta tarde nos acompañan
Súbete, Carlos.
Eso es todo y el gran aplauso para Mariachi Guadalajara. Hoy en esta tarde nos acompañan con sus hermosos ejemplares Martín Morales, Carlos Lachoya, Ramón Ortiz, Ramón Sánchez, Miguel Michael, Gerardo El Jerry, Daniel Camacho, Ramiro Toscano, El Chino Toscano, Víctor Muñoz, Carlos Carranza y Juan Heredia, con sus caballos frisones y españoles, para que les den un fuerte aplauso. Qué bonito, gracias por acompañarnos, ladies and gentlemen. Vamos ahora sí con más música, ya nos acompaña también Bailadores de Bronce, Mariachi Guadalajara. Oh, sí, continuamos con más, continuamos con más. Ahí está Bailadores de Bronce y el Mariachi Guadalajara. Van a hacer una última pasada por aquí. A ver, sombreros arriba, sí, saludando. Y la foto dice eso, sí, señores. Qué bonito, qué bonito. Muchas gracias por estar aquí con nosotros y con estos hermosos ejemplares. ¡Vámonos!
Tienen que acabar a las 55. ¿Ya tienes una más? Ok, sí, tenemos cortamos a bailar una más como a 4 minutos. Eso, Toscano.
Sí, señor. Qué bonito. Gracias, Mariachi Guadalajara, Bailadores de Bronce. Y por ahí también a los charros del estado de Washington con estos hermosos ejemplares que los van a descansar un momento más porque adelante, más adelante por ahí viene el siguiente show de los caballos será a las 3:50. Continuamos con más, vamos con Bailadores de Bronce y Mariachi Guadalajara. Sí, señor. Sí, señor, ahí está Bailadores de Bronce y Mariachi Guadalajara. Vamos a terminar con un tema más que van a tener por aquí para nosotros. One more presentation. And we're going to continue with the program. Thank you very much for being here at Premio Fiesta, Premio Esmeralda 2026. Aquí está Bailadores de Bronce y Mariachi Guadalajara. Sí, señor, el fuerte aplauso, Mariachi Guadalajara. Y también Bailadores de Bronce. Vamos a darles un fuerte aplauso, muchísimas gracias. Lo esperamos el siguiente año entonces. Ya con esto fue. Van a empezar las carreras. Muchísimas gracias por estar aquí con nosotros hoy en esta tarde. Fiesta Premio Esmeralda. Tenemos el siguiente evento. Bueno, a las 2 de la tarde tenemos el himno nacional. El siguiente show de los caballos será a las 3:50, acompañados por Banda Sierra Azul y además también folclor mexicano Tonatzin, que estarán por aquí a partir de las 3:50. Así es. Y bueno, para el día de mañana, la invitación es para que vengan, donde en el booth de Puget Sound Energy, Sammy de Sounder estará aquí. Vengan mañana para conocerlo y sacarse una foto con él. Esto es para mañana. Y también el domingo tendremos de invitado especial en el stand de Puget Sound Energy, Sammy de Sounder, que estará aquí, y también pues para que conozcan a Sammy y obtener boletos para el próximo partido de los Seattle Sounders, cortesía de Puget Sound Energy, el socio oficial de eficiencia energética de los Seattle Sounders. Y pues también se estará presentando aquí Pedro de la Vega, el Pepo, también estará por aquí. Pasen el booth para conocerlo y él va a llegar por ahí a 5 de la tarde el día de mañana. Ladies and gentlemen, nuevamente, welcome to Fiesta Premio Esmeralda. There's pony rides, so you go and visit all the sponsors, all the booths and all the food and have a great day. Soy Super Mario saludándolos del Rey 1360, muchísimas gracias y disfruten esta tarde las carreras y el premio Fiesta Premio Esmeralda.
Coming up on race number 1 at Emerald Downs, the dancing horses don't go fast, but they are magnificent and beautiful. And we'll have another show on the track after race number 4 today. Joe Withy along with John Lindley of Parker's. It's Premio Esmeralda Sabado y Domingo. Both days to this weekend. Food trucks out in the park. Hispanic music as we recognize the contributions of the Hispanic community here at Emerald Downs. A tradition going on since 2007, John, and it is a fun weekend. Usually it's about 92 degrees, so we've got a little break on that for Premio Esmeralda weekend.
It is a very festive weekend, and if you haven't made it out to the park, you should go out there. There's all sorts of different vendors and food options there too, and dancing horses are always great to see. They are just, it's the amount of time that you must spend to get the horses to do it at that level is pretty impressive to me.
You bet. Okay, our first race today is at a mile, and we've got the horses down there in the saddling paddock right now. First race at a mile for 3 and 4-year-old maiden fillies. Number 1 there, Limo to Vegas. Limo to Vegas hasn't finished really all that well last year or this year, and even the year before a couple of starts, but this is that significant class drop.
Yeah, and in his first start this year, I had him veering in at the start. He lost a couple lengths there. He was wide throughout, and as you mentioned, he's dropping from maiden special weight company to the bottom claiming maiden. He also is moving to the 1 hole, she is moving to the 1 hole and going to a route and adding blinkers. So it looks like scenario here where they're going to try to be pretty aggressive with her out of the gate. She is a clubhouse ride, and this is one of the very few clubhouse rides that doesn't seem to run well at Emerald, but what she does today.
Okay, yeah, second start of the year, we had Riverdance winning last night for Scott Freeman. Alex Cruz aboard. It was her second start of the year, showing, very little form in her first start or last year. So, yeah, that second start and the drop and the rail post position, blinkers on. Sweet Shop comes off a good race at the distance.
Yeah, she hadn't shown too much in her first 2 starts. Of course, one of them was on a muddy racetrack, and then on firework night, she ran a much better race. She's pressed the pace, got a little tired at the end, but it was her first route, only of her second start of the year. She has every right to improve. She also is dropping in price.
She's got some 2-turn family out of that good mare, Sweet 40. Kay Cooper runner with Kevin Orozco. There's the 3, My Eliana, and she's just putting up some good efforts of late on this level.
Yeah, and she lost to a big favorite first-time starter last time, and in that race, I had her hopping at the start. I also had her lugging out a little bit on the turn there, so she was a little tougher to ride. Now, her one route a few races back was a good second. However, it was a very slow time. We'll see if she can improve off of that.
Behind her is Gold Lane for Charles Essex. Third in a sprint in her most recent, as she took a drop in class in that race and improved a bit. Blake Nunnally aboard. There's the 5 Smoothie Rider, also for George Rosala. She's got a couple in here, and she did show some speed, finished behind Sweet Shop in that July 3rd race. Lots of kitty on the outside for Vince Gibson, and she's going to go 2 turns for the first time. Silvio Amador up on the track for the first.
That's Dan Harrington's call to post for the first race today. The first race, a distance of 1 mile. It is the Bud Light Purse. Maiden claiming event, purse of $8,500. It's for maiden fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward. Reminder that number 1, Limo to Vegas, will race with blinkers on number 1. Late overweight for number 5, Smoothie Rider, now 1 over. Post time coming up in 5 minutes. Looking ahead to the 6th race today. In the 6th race, reminder that number 2, Cheekwood, will carry 2 pounds over. Number 3, Gamblin' Terry B, will carry 3 pounds over. Rider change for Gamblin' Terry B in the 6th. Jose Rodriguez now up. That change for the 6th race today. Also in the 8th and final, looking ahead, number 3, Big Brother Ron, will carry 2 pounds over. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we direct your attention to the Michelob Ultra Winners Circle. At this time, we ask that you please rise if able and kindly remove your hats for today's national anthem. We welcome Latin Rose, a Christian singer passionate about spreading God's message through music. She has released 6 albums and has appeared on over 75 albums. Her music is a mix of contemporary and traditional songs, creating a unique and uplifting experience for the listeners. Here's Latin Rose with our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That's Latin Rose.
Race number 1, 1 lap around the Emerald Downs Oval. 1 mile for these fillies, maiden 3 and 4-year-olds. Let's head up to Tom for his selection.
Joe, I go to the inside here in the first with Limo to Vegas, number 1. They put the blinkers on for this one. It's kind of a now or never spot for her, I think. She's been in against tougher maiden special weight rivals. First time for a tag, first time around 2 turns, draws that inside post position, we'll see. But she's certainly been in some tough spots here last year and the previous year to that. So Limo to Vegas for me, I go 1, 6, and 4.
Okay, yep, I can see a lot improved effort from her today. How about John Lindley?
I'm going to go all the way outside the number 6, Lots of Kitty. She comes off a even effort against much tougher. She's never routed. I think she's bred the route. I also, if she breaks sharply, I think she can control the pace. We'll see if that happens.
Okay, the 6 there with leading rider Silvio Amador. I'm going to go Sweet Shop, who just ran a mile for the first time. And, well, she ran 3rd out of 6, but she was pretty much in it all the way. And she was a bit wide in that race as well. So I'll take her second time around 2 turns. Kevin Orozco for Kay Cooper. Tom on the 1, I'm on the 2, John's on the 6 in the first.
And the horses have reached the starting gate. Post time for the first. Limo to Vegas, first one to go up. She looks it over and goes right in. Sweet Shop will be racing under the breakaway blanket will come off as soon as the gate doors open up, so fear not, that blanket does come off just as soon as the doors open up. They put that on for a little security blanket, if you will. My Ileana up to the line. Gold Lane as well. Here comes Smoothie Rider. Lots of Kitty outside post. And starter Mark Gibson will send them on their way. And runner's way. Good start for Lots of Kitty from the outside. She bounced off the mark nicely. Smoothie Rider is right there. Limo to Vegas now kicks on at the rail as they make the sweep round that first turn. Out to the front goes Limo to Vegas. Limo to Vegas leads it by 2.5. Lots of Kitty has settled in second, 3 parts of a length. Smoothie Riders holding third by 1.5 lengths. Up along the outside, My Ileana to Sweet Shop and Gold Lane at the back, and they straighten up for the backstretch run. Opening fraction, 23 and 25 100ths, and they're less than 5/8 of a mile away. Limo to Vegas sets the tempo here, leads it 1.5 lengths. Lots of Kitty is right behind by 1 length. My Ileana sets up on the outside third now. Then Smoothie Rider gaining a Sweet Shop at the inside. Span of 3 to Gold Lane at the tail, and they're into the far turn after a half of 47 and 34 100ths. Limo to Vegas out front by 1 length. Lots of Kitty from the outside, racing second. Then it's back to Sweet Shop, tucked away at the rail. And they run to the top of the stretch a 1/4 mile away. Limo to Vegas kicks off the turn just in front. Lots of Kitty is right there with her. And they're off the turn together now. Then back to Smoothie Rider chasing and Sweet Shop at the inside. And they sent down for the drive now. And it is Lots of Kitty moving on to the front. Lots of Kitty opens up 2 and will win it going away. Lots of Kitty cleared 2, 2.5. Limo to Vegas second best today. Sweet Shop third. Then came Smoothie Rider, My Ileana, and Gold Lane. They covered the mile in 1:39 and 95 100ths for the winner. Unofficial order of finish on the board for the first race today. Finishing first, it was number 6, Lots of Kitty. Second was number 1, Limo to Vegas. Third came number 2, Sweet Shop. And fourth, number 5, Smoothie Rider. Running time for the mile, 1:39 and 95/100ths. The first race today was the Bud Light Purse. Results are now official. The official winner, number 6, Lots of Kitty. Entering the Michelob Ultra Winner's Circle, it's Lots of Kitty. Lots of Kitty is owned by Steve Erletha Har. Trained by Vince Gibson. Ridden to victory by Silvio Amador. A 3-year-old dark bear brown filly by Lots of Mischief. From My Indy Kitty, she was sired by Tale of the Cat. Lots of Kitty bred in Arizona by Fleming Thoroughbred Farm, LLC. Here's a look at the prices for the opener. Winner number 6, Lots of Kitty, returns $4.02 to win, $2.50 to place, $2.12 on the show. Number 1, Limo to Vegas, $5.80 to place, $3.98 to show. Number 2, Sweet Shop, $2.88 on the show ticket. Winning exacta $12.99, 50-cent trifecta $24.06. 10-cent super, $23.67. Coming up, the second race today, it's the El Rey 1360 AM Purse. A distance of 6 1/2 furlongs. There are no changes in the second race. Post time on the board at 2:43, just over 21 minutes until post time. Hey fans, you can be a VIP for a day. On Sunday, August 2nd, we're having a suite party. Enjoy a day in our 6th floor suites with the best views of the races and Mount Rainier. Lunch will feature our chef's favorite selections. Must be 21 years of age or older. Only 60 tickets available. It's just $65 per person. That includes admission, program, tip sheet, and lunch buffet. All taxes and services are included. Get your tickets now at EmeraldDowns.com.
Race number 2 at Emerald Downs is the El Rey 1360 AM Purse, home of Super Mario, who is calling the action on the horse dancing. Super Mario's been part of virtually every Premio Esmeralda festival here at Emerald Downs, and we'll be speaking with him before the next race. The next race is for older horses at 6.5 furlongs. It's a sprint, of course, here at Emerald Downs. Joe Withy with John Lindley of Parker's. John had that first race winner right there on top. Nice work there, John, with Lots of Kitty. And let's take a look at this field for the second. Reef City on the rail. Trainer George Maravilla is he's having a fine season. Over 50% in the money and 5 victories. This horse is kind of in that stalking mode, hasn't made a real significant move in any race as of yet, but third start off the bench.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing. It's the first time that he's been able to put 3 races together in a while. He had a start and stop in 25 and then in 26 in March, and now he's got 3 races within about a month. So, and he did improve last time from a 5th to a 4th, and his speed figure improved, and he had run some races in Northern California. You have to go back a couple of years that are pretty formidable, but he's not far out of being in contention today. A little extra distance, and like we mentioned, the fact that it's his third start off a layoff, he should be set for his best try.
Okay, Reef City looking to move a little bit ahead here. And Reef City new to Emerald Downs this year. Blake Nunnally returns to ride. 5:20 Sunset. We know he can run a mile, and then you look at his 2 sprints at this meeting, they're both pretty good, John.
Yeah, and his mile race is a little better than looks. I had him breaking a length slow, but more importantly, he was 4 wide on both turns. It's just a lot to overcome, and El Joy dominated that race, who had the rail in the lead all the way around the racetrack. Now he does get a little better post. As you mentioned, he's back in a sprint here, but he has a pretty good stretch kick because he's won a couple races from being 3 or 4 back, and we'll see if he can do it again here. But he's going to run a big race today, I would think.
Yeah, his overall Emerald Downs record last year, this year, pretty strong. 3 for 11 win-wise and 8 of 11 in the top 3. 5:20 Sunset, route to sprint for Joe Toy. Silvio Amador has won aboard him. He won a sprint on 5:20 Sunset back in May. A field of 6. Number 3 is the gray Ice Tower, who just ran 3rd behind Peter Flies. Solo speed Peter Flies there a couple of weeks ago. And Ice Tower does have a couple of sprint wins here at Emerald Downs in past years. John?
Yeah, and as you mentioned, he comes out of the same race that Reef City was in. And in this race, Ice Tower was kind of in front of Reef City the whole way. In fact, 3 or 4 lengths in front early, and just got a little tired, but it was a much improved race from his previous races. He has good tactical speed. I would think 6.5 will be, he's run okay in the pass at that distance, so the scenario is if the pace is slow and he's up near it, he's probably going to be around at the finish.
Alex Anaya up for trainer Vince Gibson. Gimsa Barn coming off victory in race 1 with Lots of Kitty. Then there's Deputy's Dancer. He's trying to get on his toes there, and he's been a pretty effective sprinter in his first season at Emerald Downs as well, dropping today.
Yeah, he won a race, 1 race back, and the last race he ran into some really tough sprinters. Roll Them Bones, who we've seen run really well again and again. Tano House, who we've seen run some big races. This is much easier company. He also has good tactical speed. He should bounce back with a better try today.
Deputy's Dancer from trainer Patty Leaney. Alex Cruz aboard. Cruz won on Deputy's Dancer just a month ago. Gentlemen's Club is the 5. 2 starts here at Emerald Downs off layoff from Southern California in the winter, and he's coming off a win.
Yeah, and that was a nice score there. He made a big run while 4 wide on the turn, took the lead, and then held off Mo Gray, who came back and ran several good races out of that. Now, he has been off 5-6 weeks since then, but the connections drop him in price. He draws outside, and he has an overall a decent record where he's always kind of near that end. We'll see if he can make it 2 straight.
Yeah, looking for 2 in a row. He just won non-winners at 2. This is a little tougher level. There's the 6 time ticker, sharp form for this George Rosales trainee, actually just claimed by Rosales off a victory. Kevin Krieger is up today on number 6. He goes to the track as the favorite for the El Rey 1360 AM purse.
Horses on the track for the second race today. The second race, El Rey 1360 AM purse. A distance of 6 1/2 furlongs. It's a claiming event. Purse of $9,500. It brings out 3-year-olds and upward. They'll be off and running in 6 minutes. Post time 6 away.
Race number 2 at Emerald Downs. The El Rey 1360 purse for older horses, 6 1/2 furlongs. A couple of them warming up there. So an extended sprint. And Tom Harris, our track announcer, will make a selection presently. Tom?
Okay, Joe. Well, in this one, I'll go to the 5 Gentlemen's Club. Adrian Castellanos is certainly having himself a nice weekend. He'll have the call for Gentlemen's Club, who had that good win in the last effort. Well rested for the return. He's been kind of a once-per-month runner. He's been on that type of a regiment, and he drops a notch here from claiming 5 to 3,500. The first outing of the season for this one, he was fanned 6 wide throughout in the race, so I kind of tossed that race aside, and he came back to a nice effort over a muddy track. but some good fast track showings down south at Santa Anita as well for this one. So I'll put Gentlemen's Club on top using number 2, 520 Sunset, second selection here. Game start and some previous, back to a sprint distance for a plus. And Ice Tower's easy to spot. The big gray continues to improve and may be a little closer here today. 5, 2, and 3, my picks here in the second.
Okay, number 5 on top, Gentlemen's Club, coming off a victory. And a couple of them in here are coming off a win, 5 and 6. John Lindley, you saw that first race clearly. How about race 2?
I hope I see this one clearly. I'm going to try number 6, Time Ticker. I completely ignored him last time, and then he broke about 2.5 lengths slow, and I was like, oh, good. I didn't like him. He's getting better. And then on the turn, he just powered right up to the field and drew away to a big win. And that was a much better race than he had run previously. He draws outside again. He goes for a barn that does great with claims. I think if he gets out of the gate cleanly, he's going to be right up near the lead. We'll see if he can make it 2 straight.
Yeah, he's one of those newcomers to Emerald Downs this year from Hastings last year, and is on good form right now. I did go number 2 in here, 520 Sunset. We've seen him run a number of good races at a flat mile, but his sprints this year include a win and a third. Yeah, it was behind Deputy's Dancer, who's number 4 in here, but route to sprint for 520 Sunset. Good turn back to 6.5. Leading rider up for Joe Toy. I'm on the 2. Tom's on the 5. John's on the 6. Race 2.
And the horses have reached the starting gate. Post time for the second. 6 1/2 furlongs out of the backstretch chute. Second race, El Rey 1360 AM purse. There's a good view from the Emerald Downs drone, piloted every day by Captain Louis DeFazio. Field set to load here, Reef City. .520 Sunset, and now Ice Tower. Deputy's Dancer up to the line. Here comes Gentlemen's Club, one from the outside. Time Ticker, last one to go. They are in the gate. And runners away. Good start for Ice Tower. Broke quick into stride. Deputy's Dancer is right there. Reef City moves on at the rail. Out of the chute onto the main oval they go. Span of 3 back to 5:20 Sunset. Time Ticker is just back of that one. Then a gap of 6 back to Gentleman's Club at the tail. Half-mile away now. And Deputy's Dancer goes on with it clear by 2.5, and Ice Tower tracking in second. 5:20 Sunset called upon to stay closer on the outside third. Reef City's in at the rail. On the outside of that comes Time Ticker, still 4-5 back to Gentleman's Club, and around the turn they go with Deputy's Dancer showing the way. 44.75, a breathtaking half. And Deputy's Dancer comes to the top of the stretch and shows nowhere as they head for home. It's Deputy's Dancer on the lead. Reef City trying to cut into that margin. 5:20 Sunset as well. Time Ticker on the outside. Late say from Gentleman's Club. Deputy's Dancer 100 yards away. Reef City coming after him at the inside. A driving finish. Deputy's Dancer, Reef City. Very close finish. Looks like Reef City snuck through at the inside. Deputy's Dancer, 5:20 Sunset. Time Ticker followed to Gentleman's Club and Ice Tower. Running time on the board, 1:17 and 38/100ths. Photo finish for the second race. There is a photo. Please hold all tickets until the results are official. Photo shows number 1, Reef City, the winner. Number 4, Deputy's Dancer, was second. Number 2, 5:20 Sunset, finished third. And number 6, Time Ticker, was fourth. Once again, the running time, 1:17 and 38/100ths. Second race today, El Rey 1360 AM Purse. Your attention, trainer Jamie Perryman Cruz. Contact the clerk of scales, please. Check that the claims clerk, Jamie Perryman Cruz, please contact the claims clerk. Results for the second race official. The official winner, number 1, Reef City. Into the Michelob Ultra Winners Circle, it's Reef City. He's owned and trained by Jorge Maravilla. Ridden to victory by jockey Blake Nunley. Reef City is a 6-year-old bay gelding by Bluegrass Cat from Adopted Fame. She was sired by Western Fame. Bred in California by Dr. Dorothy Kiekefer and Lucafland Stables, LLC. Here's a look at the prices for the second race. Winner number 1, Reef City, $23.40 for the $2 win ticket. $9.40 to place, $4.80 on the show. Number 4, Deputies Dancers, $6.08 to place, $3.70 to show. Number 2, 520 Sunset was third, $2.86 on the show ticket. Winning exacta, $82.82. The early double paid $21.71. 50-cent trifecta, $116.30. 10-cent super, $49.34. And race fans, it's time for the Valpak Jockey of the Week award, and this week's honor goes to apprentice pilot Jairo Moreno, who scored his first victory career-wise in the 8th race last Saturday, guiding Prancy Pants into the winner's circle. Tip of the hat to jockey Jairo Moreno. And the groom of the week, presented by Los Margs Cafe, is Javier Montoya of the Francisco Rodriguez stable. He grooms Baby Waylon, a 5-year-old by Clubhouse Ride, who scored his second win of the season in last Friday's featured race. Congratulations to Javier Montoya. There's a look at the photo for the win from the second race. And ladies and gentlemen, there was a claim in the second race. Number 6 Time Ticker was claimed. The new owner, Kevin Shivaria. The new trainer, Howie Gibson. Number 6 Time Ticker claimed from the second race. Coming up, the third race today, it's the Country Square Western Wear Purse at 5 1/2 furlongs. Note the rider change for number 3, Social Status. Her pilot now, Jairo Moreno. Jairo Moreno to ride number 3, Social Status. She will also race without blinkers. No blinkers for number 3, Social Status. Post time for the third race coming up at 3:12, less than 17 minutes until post time. Fans, don't forget Fiesta Premio Esmeralda continues tomorrow. The dancing horses will be back, plus live music, dancers, and great food. We'll have 11 races tomorrow, including 3 quarter horse events. We'll have those quarter horse trials tomorrow. Gates open at 11:30 a.m. First horse show on the track at 1:30 tomorrow, and the first race at 2:15. Fans, be sure to join us next weekend, August 1st and 2nd, our Food Truck and Beer Festival in the park during the races. Gates open at 12:20, first race at 1:50 both days. That's August 1st and 2nd, the Food Truck and Beer Festival in the park.
Paddock time here at Emerald Downs. Tres. Mario, what is the name for race in Espanol?
Carreras.
I knew that. Okay, number tres, Premio Esmeralda Sábado and Emerald Downs. Super Mario Rodriguez from El Rey 1360 is here as usual, helping to put on a great show. Mario, it's a really fun weekend for us. We've got the vendors and the food trucks in the park. We've got the dancing horses, which are coming up again. Good to see you, man.
It's a great honor to be here again. Thanks for the invitation. This is great, you know. As we were mentioning, you know, the weather is not as hot as the previous years, but it's here to enjoy. Once again, Premio Esmeralda here at the Emerald Downs.
Yeah, started in 2007, so excellent tradition, and it's grown to 2 days, Sábado y Domingo, and so we'll be back tomorrow as well. But some great food and entertainment, Hispanic music, as we recognize the contributions of Hispanics at Emerald Downs and in Washington Racing, and so many trainers, jockeys, and of course grooms here and owners. It's growing every year, as you know, and you've probably gotten to know some of the people after many appearances here.
Yeah, a lot of people, well, good people like you, that every year we say hi, all the jokes in here, and also the horses, no? This is incredible people that work here year by year, and it's incredible what you guys do for all the people here.
Now, the horses are the stars here at Emerald Downs, and Premio Esmeralda brings horses as well, and we've already had one show before the first race, and those horses look like they enjoy their job out there.
Of course, they enjoy the music, dancing out there. The next performance is going to be with Banda Sierra Azul and also with another folkloric dancers. That are, after they finish their presentation here at the Winner's Circle, they're going to be out there on the stage. So.
Very good. Out in the park area after this fourth race, dancing horses appearance at Emerald Downs. Super Mario from El Rey 1360. And you'll be narrating the action once again after race number 4. And yeah, just really good to see you. And if you want to make an announcement in Espanol, go right ahead.
Yeah, I'll do it in Spanish, but I want to tell you something. If you want to come back tomorrow for enjoying the horses, and also we're going to have a couple of special guests. We're going to have Sammy the Orca for Seattle Sounders, and also an excellent jugador from Seattle Sounders, which is Pepo de la Vega. As you know, well, I don't know if you know, but I'm the voice of the Seattle Sounders. I broadcast Seattle Sounders in Spanish. Entonces, para mañana también los invitamos. Disfruten la tarde hoy aquí en Fiesta Premio Esmeralda. Muchísimas gracias y que sigan las carreras.
Very good. Super Mario Rodriguez, he's going to be heading back out to the winner's circle for the dancing horse appearances. As he slips in some horse talk around some soccer talk, and where you probably weren't unhappy with the result of the World Cup.
Well,
if Mexico couldn't win.
Well, it was Mexico, but I was rooting for Argentina.
You bet. Okay, Argentina. Lionel Messi, he's made a few fans over the years. Great to see you, Mario.
Thank you very much. Thanks for everybody for being here, and enjoy.
Today and tomorrow. All right, horses in the walking ring for the third Fillies and Mares starter allowance condition. Solid field here. Social status has been sharp as of late. Blinkers off now with Jose Puentes, and can't deal with it. Boy, she's the youngest horse in the field at age 4, but what a meeting she's having.
Yeah, last race she was heavily favored in that race, and I wouldn't give you a nickel for her chances in the stretch, and she just exploded in the last 16th of a mile, was able to get a win over some pretty nice filly and mare sprinters.
That was a sensational victory for Can't Deal With It, so she comes back fairly quickly for David Martinez. Adrian Castellanos aboard. iLight, Clubhouse Drama have had great runs of winning success late last year and this year at Emerald Downs, so a real solid field as horses go to the track for the Country Square Western Wear Purse. We'll have our selections coming up.
And the horses take the track for the third race today. The third race, a distance of 5 1/2 furlongs. It is the Country Square Western Wear Purse. Starter allowance event, purse of $10,000 for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward. Make note that number 3, Social Status, a change of rider. Her pilot now Jairo Moreno. Also, Social Status racing without blinkers. No blinkers for number 3. Post time in just over 5 minutes.
Race number 3 time. In just a moment or two, it's a sprint for fillies and mares. And some sharp runners in here, including the horse with the most wins at the meeting. Can't Deal With It, number 4. She is coming back in 2 weeks for trainer David Martinez. I Light, Clubhouse Drama, Social Status, sharp as well. Let's take a look at some selections here, starting with announcer Tom Harris.
All right, Joe, as we get set for this third race, how about a nice run from Reef City today? What about that? 10-1 coming through in the final jump at the wire. So hats off to the connections there. Reef City scoring a big one. This third race, I go to I Light here. Isaias Enriquez for trainer Frank Lucarelli. I Light, I think that last race can be excused after hopping at the start. Kind of lost all chances in that race. Clean start, clean trip today. I think she could be very tough. So I put I Light on top using Clubhouse Drama in there for the second selection, and Can't Deal With It, I think, certainly cannot be ignored. 5, 6, and 4, my picks here in the third.
Very good. I Light, frequent winner around here. Toss the one race and, would be no big surprise. Let's go to John Lindley.
Yeah, as Tom mentioned, I Light had trouble and hopped at the start, but so did Clubhouse Drama the last time we saw her. She was inside and she broke slow and had to rush up, and then she went to Oregon and hopped at the start there. So hopefully both our picks will get out of the gate cleanly today, but I did go to number 6, Clubhouse Drama, strictly because she drew outside and she has that tactical advantage.
Yeah, the good post there for the 6, Clubhouse Drama with options, and rider Blake Nunnally, just a really good run of form at Emerald Downs last year and this year for the 6. I'm on her as well. John and I on the 6, Tom's on the 5 in the third.
And the horses have reached the starting gate. Post time for the third. Third race today, the Country Square Western Wear Purse. 5 1/2 furlongs the assignment. First one to go in, Flying By. Open slot there for Olivian, who's back of the gate yet. Here comes Can't Deal With It to look it over. Social Status led to the mark under Jairo Moreno. Now Can't Deal With It. Little hesitation there from Social Status. Jairo Moreno dismounts for the moment while the gate crew works to get Social Status situated in the gate. And they get Social Status squared away. Jockey Moreno climbs aboard. In goes Can't Deal With It. Now I Light, the next one. Gate crew working with I Light, number 5. And so Isaias Enriquez dismounts from I Light as the gate crew continues to work with that one. Isaias Enriquez will climb aboard in the starting gate for I Light. They have that one squared away now. Clubhouse Drama, Blake Nunley in the pink colors, and Olivia in the inside post, and they are in the gate. And Runner's Way was a good start for Olivian at the inside, came away sharply. Flying By is right there in the chase. I Light kicks on now from the outside, joined by Clubhouse Drama. They're 3 or 4 clear of Social Status and Can't Deal With It as they hustle for the far turn. Olivian is the leader by 1.25 lengths. I Light just behind in second, and Clubhouse Drama snug third the outside of that one. Span of 4 to Flying By. Social Status with Can't Deal With It. A 1/4 mile remains as Olivian brings them along to the top of the stretch. Clubhouse Drama up from the outside, and I Light to the inside of that. Moving at the inside comes Flying By. They straighten way for the final furlong. Olivian is out there since gates opening, cleared 2.5 or 3. Flying By gaining late at the rail. Clubhouse Drama the outside, but it's Olivian the one to get, and Olivian's gonna take him gate to wire. Flying By was second. Clubhouse Drama followed that. Then I Light, Can't Deal With It together under the wire, and Social Status. Time of the race, 1:03 73/100. Unofficial order of finish appears on the totalizator board, finishing first, number 1, Olivian. Second was number 2, Flying By. Finishing third, number 6, Clubhouse Drama. Fourth was number 5, I Light. Running time of the race, 1:03 and 73/100ths. Results for the third race official. The official winner, number 1, Olivian. The third race today was the Country Square Western Wear Purse. Into the Michelob Ultra Winners Circle, the long shot winner, Olivian. Olivian is owned by Raymond T. Murray, trained by Doug Carlson. Kevin Orozco, the winning jockey. Olivian, an 8-year-old dark mare, brown mare by Mo for the Money. From Matty Joe, she was sired by Portobello Road. Bred in Arkansas by Mr. and Mrs. Randy Hall. Here's a look at the prices for the third race. Winner number 1, Olivian, returns $34.54 to win, $20.98 to place, and $4.84 to show. Number 2, Flying By, the runner-up, $15.64 to place and $5.42 to show. Number 6, Clubhouse Drama, $2.28 on the show ticket. Winning exacta, $111.57. The rolling double, $261.86. 50-cent trifecta, $200.68. The 10-cent super, $206.67. And the early pick 3, $243.01. And race fans, it's time for the Las Margaritas Trainer of the Week award. And this week's honor goes to trainer Tom Wenzel, who tied the track record with 3 stakes wins in one day, boosting his all-time Emerald Downs Stakes total to 71. Tip of the hat to Tom Wenzel, our trainer of the week. And the Muckleshoot Casino Owner of the Week award goes to George Tadaro, who became the first owner in track history to win 3 stakes in one day, taking the Washington State Legislators Stakes with Aloha Breeze, the Seattle Slew Stakes with Robin Racer, and the Kent Stakes with Falling Leaves. Congratulations to George Tadaro. Coming up, the 4th race today, it's a distance of 1 mile. Le Grandee 99.3 FM and La Zeta 102.9 FM purse. No changes in the 4th race. Post time on the board at 3:40, less than 17 minutes until post time. Fans, don't forget, next Friday is our final Fab Friday night of the season, but not the end of Fab Friday fun. Starting Saturday, August the 8th, all your favorite Fab Friday specials will move to Super Saturday, including free admission with your Fab Friday shirt and the $1,000 horseshoe toss. And don't forget, Breakfast at the Wire returns on Saturday, August the 8th and 15th from 9 to 10:30 a.m. It's located near the Paddock Grill. Admission is free, plus you receive a free breakfast item. Breakfast at the Wire returns Saturday, August 8th and August the 15th.
On to race number 4 at Emerald Downs after that upset victory by Olivian. who has shown some big speed in the past, and she showed it at Emerald Downs today as the longest priced horse on the board. Kevin Orozco up for Doug Carlson. So a couple of 10-1 winners consecutively. You know, it's been a little bit of a light year on 10-1 winners, but that's 3 this week already.
Yeah, and you know, that horse, as you mentioned, she went 21-1, 44-1, and was really never threatened. It was a big race by her, and we'll see if she can do it again when she comes back in a few weeks, but congratulations to the connection. She had run races like that back at Turf Paradise in January, but she seemed a little off form, but she sure loved the surface today.
Indeed. That's a big victory for Olivia. And let's go on to the 4th race, the LeGrand and Lazada FM radio purse at a mile, 4-year-olds and upward. Prowling Cat, the one looking for his 4th win at the meeting. And he did win a couple of sprints early on in May, and also has won at this distance. His most recent race, well, Birch Prospect won that one up front, and Birch Prospect is a solid miler around 5,000. So beaten by a legit horse there. Now in the barn of Howie Gibson, and his barn's doing everything right this year.
Yeah, they have been. And as you mentioned, Prowling Cat had run several good races. And last race, he was just kind of flat. They didn't see any trip troubles or anything. He just didn't have his punch. But the new connections put him in a easier spot, and he draws the 1 hole. He has good tactical speed in a race where there's not really a confirmed front runner, so I'm going to guess they're going to use their post to their advantage, and maybe they find themselves controlling the pace. If not, we know that he can run from just off the lead. But either way, he's going to be up in it right from the start.
Adrian Castellanos is the rider on the 1. He hasn't ridden him at this particular Emerald Downs meeting, but he rode him down in Phoenix. Prowling Cat with the good record back out there this afternoon at a mile. There's the 2 Upstart Yankee. Emerald Downs debut for this 7-year-old Kentucky bred. And he's well familiar at a mile. He does have 3 wins at the distance in his career.
Yeah, and you look at his recent form, and he hasn't done too much. And he's been facing obviously significantly tougher horses running at Santa Anita, and he also hasn't won in a long time. However, this is probably the lowest level he's ever raced at. He comes for a barn that has done very well this year, and may, we don't know for sure, but may have drawn the rider off the number 1 Prowling Cat, although there was a barn change there. Either way, he's definitely a strong contender.
Yeah, Upstart Yankee, a 3rd at Santa Anita for 5,000 claiming not all that long ago. Coastal Waters is the 3 for trainer Scott Tubbs. Alex Cruz aboard. Cruz has been timing those stretch runs pretty darn well this week. And of course, he's had a great run at Emerald Downs over several seasons. Coastal Waters, over 13 at the distance. But he can pass horses.
Yeah, he was another horse who hasn't won in a couple of years, and his record at Emerald Downs, he's 0 for 9 with 3/3. Does not have a lot of early speed, and there's not a lot of pace in this race. So we'll see if he can kind of turn it around here with maybe a rider who's ridden him before to not too much success. But way back last year, at least he was able to get in contention. We'll see if that's the case. He's going to be a big price.
He's got that Saturday price horse thing going for him. There's the 4. Neck bowed there for Bourbon Dancer as Kevin Orozco gets aboard fresh off that riding victory. Bourbon Dancer, 2nd straight time at a mile, and now in the barn of Valentin Garcia. Tex Hanley back to a route for Robbie Gilker. His most, at 3,500 he ran well.
Yeah, race 1 back June 19th. That was a tough loss for him, and then he kind of was maybe a little overmatched last time. This is a little easier spot. He has decent tactical speed, which is a positive in this field.
And Disco Danzing on the outside for Howie Gibson. Well, this is his 5th start at the meeting, and he's going sprint to route. We're on the track for the 4th.
Dan Harrington's call to post for the fourth race today. The fourth race, a distance of 1 mile. La Grande D 99.3 FM and La Zeta 102.9 FM purse. It's a claiming event, purse of $9,000 for 3-year-olds and upward. They'll race off the mark in just over 5 minutes.
Race number 4 time at Emerald Downs, and once again, the dancing horses on the track. After this race, Fiesta Premio Esmeralda, Saturday here at Emerald Downs. We're going to go a mile with these 4-year-olds and upward to start the 50-cent pick 5 wager, and let's head up to Tom.
Well, Joe, it's been a cloudy Saturday so far. No rain, which is a good thing. But you know what? It has been raining? Long shots in the last couple of races. Another big payoff in that last one. Kevin Orozco bringing home a nice pair in that third race. As we turn the page to the fourth race, 2 turns for the mile run. I'll go to the 2 Upstart Yankee, and Kevin Krieger will have the assignment here from trainer Tim McKenna. And Upstart Yankee comes into this race, arriving from Santa Anita, Los Alamitos, and Del Mar. Checks in here for the lowest price tag so far. You go back to last year's form on this one. Actually had a couple of pretty good races at Del Mar, one at Los Alamitos, and then this year at Santa Anita was a solid third with 5,000 claiming company. So this will be the Emerald Downs debut run here for Upstart Yankee, number 4. That's my top pick. Then I'll use Tex Hanley, second selection, almost scored last time out at this level. And Disco Dancing rounds out my top 3. May like the added distance here today. Maybe get a long shot price out of that one too. So 2-5-6 for me here in the 4th.
Okay, Upstart Yankee for Tom. And Upstart Yankee running here for the first time ever, but does have some positive experiences at this distance of 1 mile. And Kevin Krieger aboard for Tim McCanna. John.
Well, the first 3 races, the one horse has won at big prices in a second, 2 wins in a second. I didn't know that, but I did pick the one horse here, so I hope the trend continues. And as I mentioned, I didn't see this horse have any excuse last time, but all his other races were really solid efforts here. So I'm hoping he threw in a clinker after some hard races, and now he drops in price and draws the inside post and should be right in the battle throughout. And it's my best guess in what I thought was a pretty tough race.
Okay, Prowling Cat, number 1 for John Lindley. And I'm going to go number 5, Tex Hanley, who ran a mile back in mid-June and ran very well. The pace was hot, and he was right there all the way. Subsequently stepped up in class, and the pace was not nearly as fast. Wasn't able to close into that. Now drops back down, so has some good races at the distance as well. I'm on the 5. John's on the 1. Tom's on the 2 in the 4th.
And the horses have reached the starting gate. Post time for the 4th. 4th race, Le Grand D 99.3 FM, a La Zeta 102.9 FM purse, La Zeta. Distance of 1 mile here, Prowling Cat, first one to go up. Upstart Yankee, next one. Now comes Coastal Waters. Bourbon Dancer. Two more to go now. Tex Hanley. Disco Dancing on the outside. Here comes Disco Dancing. Emerald Starter. Mark Gibson will turn them loose. And runners away. Disco Dancing broke well. Tex Hanley also. There goes Prowling Cat, sent straight to the lead now as they make way to the first turn. And Prowling Cat slips through at the rail and opens up to lead it by a length and a half. Tex Hanley is tracking second, 3 parts. Disco Dancing poised in third by a length and a half. Upstart Yankee is fourth, tucked away at the rail. Half length to Bourbon Dancer up along the outside, racing next. Gap of 5 to Coastal Waters. They head up for the backstretch run. They're 5/8 of a mile away now as they take it up the backstretch, and Prowling Cat continues to lead it by a length. On the outside, Disco Dancing puts ahead into second now by a half length. And Tex Hanley is tucked in tight quarters, third at the rail. Bourbon Dancer gearing up from the outside. Upstart Yankee wants to stay close. Half dozen more to Coastal Waters, and around the turn they go. And Prowling Cat is on the lead. Bourbon Dancer circling up from the outside. Disco Dancing's in the chase. Green light for Upstart Yankee, now into third. Then it's back to Tex Hanley. Coastal Waters begins to make up room now as they round the turn and run for home. Prowling Cat just in front, met by the challenge of Bourbon Dancers, right there to fight for the lead now. 200 yards away, and Bourbon Dancer gets to the front. Upstart Yankee closing late. Prowling Cat at the rail, but it's going to be Bourbon Dancer to win it by 3. Upstart Yankee second best. Prowling Cat was third. Tex Hanley to Disco Dancing and Coastal Waters. Unofficial order of finish appears on the totalizator board. Finishing first, it was number 4, Bourbon Dancer. Second was number 2, Upstart Yankee. Third came number 1, Prowling Cat. Fourth was number 5, Tex Hanley. The fourth race today, La Grande D, 99.3 FM. La Zeta, 102.9 FM purse. Your attention, trainers Robbie Bays and Jorge Maravilla. Contact the claims clerk, please. Results for the fourth race official. The official winner, number 4, Bourbon Dancer. Running time for the mile, 1:36 and 84 100ths. In the Michelob Ultra winner's circle, it's Bourbon Dancer. Owned by Valentin Picho Garcia, trained by Valentin L. Picho Garcia, Kevin Orozco with a riding double. Bourbon Dancer, a 5-year-old. Gray Around Gelding by Bam from Vanna Bourbon. She was sired by Barons. Bourbon Dancer was bred in New York by Delonte Stock Farm. Here's a look at the prices for the fourth race. Winner number 4, Bourbon Dancer, $14.28 to win, $5.84 to place, $3.42 to show. Number 2, Upstart Yankee, $2.66 to place, $2.20 to show. Number 1, Prowling Cat, $2.48 on the show ticket. Winning Exacta, $23.73. The rolling double paid $84.73, 50-cent trifecta, $24.96. 10-cent super, $10.35. Winning pick 3, $598.78. Early pick 4 worth $1,568.75. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, trackside, the Dancing Horses. And ladies and gentlemen, in the fourth race, we did have two claims. The one Prowling Cat was claimed by Jean Heredia, Ileana Thompson, Elucid, Flores Sandoval, new trainer Jorge Rosales. Also number 2, Upstart Yankee, claimed by Irma Esmeralda Angel, new trainer Jorge Maravilla. 1 and 2 claimed out of the fourth.
Muy buenas tardes, damas y caballeros. Bienvenidos nuevamente a Fiesta Premio Esmeralda 2026. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, again to Fiesta Premio Esmeralda 2026. Y vamos a continuar con el espectáculo de esta tarde. Y vamos con la música. Vamos a recibir con buena música a banda Sierra Azul. Eso es todo, el fuerte aplauso, claro, la buena música de banda Sierra Azul y estos hermosos ejemplares que están participando para ustedes. Este grupo de charros encabezados por Martín Morales se presentan con sus maravillosos caballos bailadores del Rancho Alegre de don Ramón Mejía, grupo de charros que se ha ganado año con año el aprecio del público. En sus shows de caballos bailadores participan en diversos eventos como la Feria de Primavera del Puyallup y así también como en desfiles en Seattle y alrededores. Un show donde se muestra todo lo que se puede lograr con mucho cariño y trabajo con estos nobles e inteligentes animales. Nuestros caballos se educan para el baile siguiendo las reglas de la alta escuela. Son acompañados esta tarde por la banda Sierra Azul y continuamos. Adelante. Claro que sí, el fuerte aplauso para Banda Sierra Azul y gracias, le vamos a dar las gracias esta tarde a Martín Morales, a Carlos La Choya, Ramón Ortiz, Ramón Sánchez, Miguel Michael, Gerardo El Jerry, Daniel Camacho, Ramiro Toscano, El Chino Toscano, Víctor Muñoz, Carlos Carranza y Juan Heredia. En estos ejemplares, caballos frisones y españoles. Vámonos con más música, sí, Sierra Azul, vamos.
Pues gracias, Mario, gracias, gracias por la invitación. Bueno, seguimos con música, con las canciones por instrumentales para todos ustedes. Esperemos que la música sea sagrado. Estoy trabajando. Ahora pues eso se llama ilusión, muchachos. Márcale bonito para seguir avanzando, disfrutando este gran evento. Gracias por la invitación. Ahora pues se llama Amores de Julia, muchachos, para todos ustedes, muchísimo gusto. Márcale. Pegadito bien machín, por favor. Una canción bonita para todos ustedes.
All right.
Foto, 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 vamos, venga, claro. Gracias por estar con nosotros, como siempre. El fuerte aplauso, claro que sí, para ese hermoso ejemplar. Los Charros del estado de Washington, gracias por estar con nosotros como cada año. Vamos a continuar con un tema más para que nos complazcan. Banda Sierra Azul.
Gracias, Carlito. Una cancioncita más y nos vamos a pasar ahí al kiosco para la gente que guste acompañarnos un ratito más, por supuesto. En aquel lado, ¿verdad? Bueno, una cancioncita más, muchachos, y vamos a retirar para que siga con la programación aquí. Con muchísimo cariño. Gracias por la invitación, de verdad, de todo corazón.
Sí, un buen saludo a la gente de Nayarit, claro que sí, por eso vamos a ir pasar por allá. Edad después para echarle por ahí unos corredazos a la gente hermosa de Nayarit, claro que sí. Vamos a andarnos por ahí, se llama el sonecito de la Cuichi. Márquele con esta, vamos a cambiar de lugar para sonar ahí con los corredazos de la banda Sierra Azul. Se llama la Cuichi.
Eso es la Cuichi, carnal, por eso nos pasamos a retirar. Échale, muchachones. Chile, ¿eh? Gracias.
Porque se enredan los caballos.
Gracias, muchas gracias, con permiso.
El fuerte aplauso para la banda Sierra Azul. Muchísimas gracias. Ellos se van a ir ahorita a seguir participando en el kiosco para que vayan por allá. Si lo ven allá donde está todos los stands de comida, ellos se van para el parque, allá al kiosco. Y también estará el folclore mexicano Tonatzin para que vayan a disfrutarlo. Y todavía para los niños estará por ahí unos 45 minutos más los pony rides, los rides de los ponis, para que usted vaya para aquella área. También les queremos invitar para que el día de mañana nos acompañen, ya que mañana domingo tendremos a un invitado muy especial en el stand de Puget Sound, Sammy the Sounder, la mascota que estará aquí. Vengan mañana para conocerlo y sacarle su foto con él. Además, el invitado especial, que como es Sammy the Sounder, y que pues más tarde también podrán ganarse boletos para un próximo partido de los Seattle Sounders, cortesía de Puget Sound Energy, socio oficial de eficiencia energía de los Seattle Sounders. También tendremos al mismísimo Pedro de la Vega, que estará por aquí firmando autógrafos mañana. Pasen al booth para conocerlo. Él va a llegar a las 5 de la tarde para el día de mañana. Así que, bueno, pues pasen con todos. Pasen por ahí al parque, allá al kiosco, a visitar a todos los patrocinadores, a todos los spots de comida. Y gracias a Bridge Latino que nos invitaron por aquí también, a Tere Carral, muchísimas gracias. Soy Super Mario del Rey 1360. Sigan apostándose, sigan pasándosela bonito y disfrutando Fiesta Premio Esmeralda 2026. Sigan disfrutándola y mañana estaremos aquí nuevamente, que estará también Banda Vagos y el show de caballos bailadores. Para el día de mañana los esperamos nuevamente. Puertas abren a las 11:30 y el primer espectáculo por ahí a la 1:30, el show de caballos. Además también estará el mariachi Monarcas y Bailadores de Bronce para el día de mañana. Sigan disfrutando, feliz tarde para todos y gracias por estar en Fiesta Premio Esmeralda 2026.